Hello, everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to Manufactio. This is going to be episode 59. Before we get into just checking on things, I'm up here doing my various looking arounds and making sure that I'm still okay with my rain and snow prevention problem because it's winter again, as we can see by the little misty breath coming out of my face. So, just wanted to make sure I still had plenty of those to keep this thing happy and that everything else was up here. If you guys are not doing this, it is worth making a whole bunch of this stuff and building that guy, getting him unlocked, and doing all the things because it doesn't snow and it doesn't rain. And mob farm load in, please. Thank you very much. So it's just definitely something to look at. Anyhow, just wanted to check and make sure I had plenty of charges still because I really don't care for snow. We in the last episode, hello mouse, there you are. In the last episode, worked on a new wire factory process line up here, and it is doing great. It's keeping up and doing well, and I again turned the sounds up so I could hear my, just because I'm weird like that. Where is that one? Right there. Thank you. So that I can actually hear myself think on this. So it's definitely keeping up. We're doing well. The greens have caught back up. I haven't had to add any more to it, so it does work very well. Let's go back over here, and we will check on this in here. So we are catching up. It does catch up, as we can see. Look at all the wonderful greens coming in. The system is set to shut off at 5,000 green circuits, so they go away as soon as they get shut off as soon as it hits that point. And of course, there's quite of a backlog because of how quickly green circuits are made, even in a regular standard assembler. And since we have been doing a few things, I've been slowly going through the factory and changing out a lot of these efficiency module 1s with efficiency module 3s, just so we can save even more power, even though we have all the power in the world we want. Because I think eventually we're probably going to be swapping all of these out for the advanced assemblers, and when I do that, I want them to be able to run as cheaply as possible. So the next big problem, which doesn't look like it right now, although this is well under where it's supposed to be, is red circuits. Red circuits are slow. They're just, no matter what you do, they're slow. So I did go ahead and grab a bunch of speed module 1s now that we have a pile of them, and I'm probably going to add in speed module 2s, maybe 3s on these, and these are probably all going to get changed out for advanced assemblers in the fairly near future. The problem is before I do that, I want to do something I've been wanting to do for a while, which is there's a really expensive thing in these, actually. I mean, I call it really expensive. It's not that bad, and it's the plastic. Plastic is not that hard to get, but what it is, what I mean by the fact is, I say it's expensive is that it uses oil, which is a non-renewable resource, in order to make the plastic. And where I'm at right now as far as oil, I'm starting to have to go quite a ways to get oil. I mean, I've been using every other method I can to make oil. We're liquefacting coal. We're using the bitumen up in the Frogman processor to make oil. I'm using the Frogman processor in here to use up leftover XP and various mob parts to make oil. And as we can see, both of these tanks are about empty. I shut this system off and let it idle for, I don't know, a couple of days. It's been a week. I turned it on last episode, and I think at least 2 or 3 episodes I've just been in here playing around. That thing chews through every bit of XP I get out of this thing, every single bit of it. So I mean, it works. That little system is perfectly great, but if I want to continue to try to make oil that way with this, I need a bigger mob farm. So yeah, we're not doing that. There is another way to make plastic. And if I can get it to where I'm making plastic in at least 2 different ways, and make one way that is very renewable, the default way to make it, versus the other way of using the oil refinery system, then I think I'm going to do that instead of trying to rely on trying to continuously hunt oil. Because at this point, the only thing I'm using oil for other than plastic is going to be the lubricant that's needed in this factory right here, plus the various machines I'm using it to speed up, and the, sulfur, the sulfur that's over there in that building. And that's kind of the reason why we're looking at this mess here, is the reason why I did do the collection and itemization of all of the pollution so that I could sort the sulfur out and then turn it into sulfur. That's one of the reasons why I did it, is because I'm getting a decent amount of sulfur, enough that I can kind of somewhat augment the fact that don't have a lot of oil. So what are we talking about? What are we going to do? Well, there is a process in Mechanism which we unlocked a long time ago. And actually, let's just go to the quest book. We unlocked advanced plastic fabrication because of the fact that in order to do the 5 times, where is this? 5 times ore processing system in here, we needed one of the machines that comes in there. And I think it was going to be the rotary condensator. I think it was one of these two. I think it was that one that we needed, because that one is unlocked with the plastic, because you need that to be able to make things. I think I'm right on that. It doesn't really matter if I'm not, because we're going to go through the process. But anyhow, we unlock plastic, and plastic can be made, as we know, from oil products in a chemical plant using gasoline and coal. And again, here's another thing. This is a non-renewable resource. This will eventually run out. And I've actually kind of had to have a lot of fun over there trying to keep coal working in the system as well. So, plastic. Let's check this out. We're going to work at it backwards. Plastic sheets also have a rolling machine recipe. So 1 HDPE sheet from Mechanism will make 4 plastic sheets in a rolling machine. HDPE, this is one of those things that everybody loves to do. You can either craft 8 HDPE pellets into one sheet, or you can use an enrichment chamber with 3 of them to make one. Okay, well, cool. We know how to do this. HDPE pellets are made in a pressurized reaction chamber using oxygen and liquid ethylene and a piece of substrate. So this is, again, if you guys have ever played this mess to try to get a gas burning generator for Mechanism up and running, this process is kind of familiar. So we need to look at substrate now. And substrate, we can either take 1 substrate, mix it with some of that ethylene and get 8 substrate, or we can take a little bit of biofuel from Mechanism, turn it into substrate with the ethylene that we're going to need to do this process right here. So we go back here. Of course, this whole system is going to require water, hydrogen, and biofuel. And biofuel, we all should by now at this point know how to make biofuel. Biofuel, for the most part, is going to be something made in some kind of thing in a biogenerator to do this kind of stuff. Or you can use a crusher with your various types of biofuels, and there's actually not a whole lot that's available because it's just stock default with the mod as the way that it goes. But if you look through here, you're going to see a few things, probably notably the potatoes, the beetroot seeds, carrots, rotten flesh does it as well. Bread can be used. Poisonous potatoes can be used. Cactus, various saplings, apples, pumpkins. Pumpkins are actually probably the best way to do it, and I'm not going to use them because I already have a whole bunch of other things going on. But this is what we're going to do. We can take that, and again, in a pressurized reaction chamber, 2 of those gets us 1 substrate. So, with a crusher, 2 pieces of wheat, or I should say 1 piece of wheat, is going to get me 4 biofuel. 2 of those biofuel will be a substrate. And in a substrate, I think it takes, a wheat and a third or a wheat and a half to make 1 piece of plastic. Somewhere around there. I'm not going to do the math. I don't care. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to tear out this ugly little nasty mess that is my 5 times ore processing system, because I have wanted to move it for a while anyway. We're going to tear down those guys over there and get them out of here. And the plastic processing plant, or the sideways thing here, is going to be in this general area right here, because this is where our biofuel production kind of stuff is, and this is where the greenhouse is, and then we can just plumb that stuff into the system and hopefully make it work. I am going to set up a single system first, and then I think the next step we're going to do possibly is, if it's not fast enough, we may duplicate this. Because, speed upgrades are doable. They are a thing that we have available, but I kind of feel like it might just be a little bit more fun to make a big system than it is to go ahead and just add speed upgrades into things. So let's get some of this cleaned up. The only thing I want to leave is that thing. So let's clean all of these up. Yes, I know, I'm wasting all kinds of basically free stuff. Come on, magnet, thank you. And we're going to clean this pipe up all the way over to there. And I don't need that sulfuric acid anymore, so we can remove this pipe. Come on. We'll just do that for right now. I'll have to clean some of that up later. So we have a nice little box right here to put all of this excess stuff in it that we don't need. And I will hang on to that. I will hang on to you. I don't need you. And I will put the fluid pipe away. Do we have any more things that managed to get into our inventory in the process? No. Okay. So I don't need this. And then we're going to go ahead and kind of clean some of this other stuff up. You, I want to hang on to. You're going to go down here, or just go on the wall out of the way so I know where you're at. So pick up these pipes real quick. Just get it over here, just out of the way. And I hear you. Where are you? Must be underneath the floor, like always. And okay, so we can put, I don't think there was anything else left in here because we're going to hang on to some of this stuff and we're going to hang on to these. All right, so I'm going to move that out of the way and put it over here. And we need to go get some iron plates to fill in some holes, which I think I have plenty of iron plates. I have 11. Make a couple more of those. That will be plenty. Fill in some holes. Alrighty then, and that is nothing. Where is my axe? There's my axe. Come here, axe. Goodbye. You guys can go over there out of the way so that I don't need. Alright, so I have gone ahead and pre-crafted all of the parts that we're going to need at least to get this process started. So, in this process, from the beginning to the end, we need to be able to take a crusher and crush something that can make biofuel. Come here. Insert the biofuel into a pressurized reaction chamber with water and hydrogen, or water with a gas. So that's why I have an electrolytic separator here. This is going to create the substrate and the liquid ethylene that we're going to then have to rotary condensate or decondensate trait, whatever. We have to turn it into a gas to pump it into another pressurized reaction chamber to turn that into the HDPE pellets, which will then be run through an enrichment chamber to make the HDPE sheets, which will then get put into a rolling machine and turned into plastic. So this is the fun part of this is the fun thing of what we're going to do. So I want to keep the beginning of the process close to here. So I think we're probably going to have to, I already have an output line as far as things go right here, so I may end up just digging a hole under the floor. And yeah, so let's see. Where would that be if I did that? Be about right here? Maybe? So that means I want the first machine probably going to be right in that area right there. So let's grab the first machine, which is going to be a crusher. And a crusher. This is just a basic crusher. He has no updates or upgrades or anything like that. We're going to work on that in a little bit, mainly because this thing, we're going to have to build this thing off of the speed of this ending machine here, which is this one, the ending machine here. So we're going to have to kind of play with this a little bit. Crusher is going to insert directly into a PRC. So I should be able to tell this thing, eject. We got the insert on that side. Energy can be on the, I think we'll probably, I don't know. We're going to have to play with the energy. Anyhow, we're going to say eject this direction. So that crusher is going to take the biofuel that it gets, and I'm going to break you, and immediately eject it into this PRC. Now, I think a PRC does not have the ability to auto output. So that means we're going to have to take the stuff. Where are my impulse ducts? We're going to have to take this stuff here and extract it out of here and put it into the next PRC. So PRC. All right, so, and like I said, I think, oh, it does. Wait a minute. Do you have a thing? Ooh, you do have a thing. Hang on a minute. Let's do it this way. There. So you do have a thing. I want you to, you're going to input on this side, not there. Output on that side. Eject on. Okay, same deal here. So you're going to input on this side, and I don't need you. We're going to output right there with an eject on. So that's going to be biofuel into substrate, substrate into HDPE pellets. Now, last step in that process is an enrichment chamber that is going to allow us to be able to just make use a little bit less of the process. So here, we're going to do this again. You're going to input on here, and then I'm going to shut this off. The output, I could probably tie that thing right into the output, but then I think, where's my hollow projector? Hollow projector, you need to do a, what is it, rolling machine. Rolling machine, and I think you're going to want, the outputs are on the second block, so we're going to have to use stuff anyway, so okay. That's fine. So I don't need to use an, I mean, I guess we can use an auto output on here and save the servo, and I did it again. Get out of my inventory. Thank you. All right, so this, we can definitely use an output auto out on this, which will then need to go up into the rolling machine, which I do believe, how do you rotate these? No, I don't want this. I hate advanced rocketry sometimes. Okay. So, if I do that, I think we'd have enough room, and I'm assuming this is going to be fairly quick, so the secondary process would be as we use another line of these mechanism machines to make more plastic. So that's what we're going to play with. Let's go ahead and get these parts built. So I can get my inventory open. One thing I love about advanced rocketry holograms is that you can pick the block to build it. So they're so fast to build versus some other people's blocks. No, I want that one. Put you this away, and that goes, those should just be, oh, I need to do the, where's my scroll? We need to scroll down so we can see the bottom. There we go. Machine structures, the motor, there you go, and then scroll up. Should just be a couple more machine structures, which I think I wait a minute, do I not have enough? Dang it. Thought I made enough. Well, that doesn't take long. Machine structure, craft me, I think it's 4, it makes 4 every time anyway, so that'll be a couple of seconds. And we can kind of take a look around just very quickly. Love this. This is working so well. Oh, we're catching up on the iron, catching up on a few things. Yeah, doing those little these module makers really wrecked the way this base works. Just really wrecked it. Everything just kind of said, you want us to do what? And they're all backstuffed finally. They're at least all shut off, so that means this is supposed to be set 16, but it got overrun, and then these guys are sitting here at 16 and they're good. So yeah, we can start adding all that kind of stuff to all of the machines around. So do we have our machine structure blocks? Yes, we do. Thank you very much. Thank you, door, for closing in my face. And done. All right, cool. So then this will output into a bin probably, or another interface, or what I may do is I may just use, because we have 2 output hatches, I might just use a couple of storage buses on these, and then we'll just keep just this amount of stock in hand, and then we'll set the priority on these. Although I think that's probably going to be a bad idea. We'll get to that point in a second. So now that we have the machines kind of lined out, we still have 2 more machines that we have to play with. So let's look at this process again. So a biofuel into a PRC will need hydrogen and water to make a substrate. So we need to get the electrolytic separator that we have right here, and I'm going to put him back a few blocks. And I think actually I'm going to want to do, this is the fun part, I want to kind of keep it, no, we want to do rotate this way. Like that, possibly. Because we're going to need to take the oxygen out of this, and it is it oxygen on the first one? I forget. Oxygen, hydrogen on the first one, and then it's oxygen on the second one. So depending on which direction this thing wants to make things is whether or not we're going to have one thing one direction or one thing the other. And that's why I have a bucket of water. I'm going to put a bucket of water in, and we're going to feed you some power and see which direction you want to do things. Cool. And I'm turning my sounds up again because I can't hear these silly things run. Okay. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Good deal. So we're going to do this and this. So that means that I can get the hydrogen out of the side over here. Oh, crap. Turn around. Go that direction. So we've got hydrogen coming out of this side, hopefully. That needs to go into the first one, just again, here, to do this. And let me guess, you have to go in the top. Oh, I need to set the side on it. Hang on. Gases are back input. Okay, so you should now get a little bit of hydrogen, and on the bottom of these, bottom fluid, I want to do fluid on the bottom so that we can run power across the top. So that should be this one. I may need to move these apart one just so I can get a little bit of space. I wonder if you're going to be kind and, yeah, you shouldn't fill that up. If I set you to insert gas on the back, you should put all of that in there. You did. Little friend, where are you? I don't know, does this one have a side output? It doesn't. See, that's the problem, is you have to pull it from the sides. Can we disconnect that? There we go. Awesome. So now we need to put water in this one and water in this one. I'm going to hate myself right now because I'm going to have to move. Where is that thing? We have to get this in here. And you don't have sides either. Love it. Let's do this. So I need to take the gas out of this, not the gas, the fluid, this stuff in here. So where are my ducts? What did I do with my ducts? I need a few more of these too while we're at it. I need the hardened fluid ducts. So these go on that side? Yes, they go on that side. So we need to get the ethylene out of this machine. I'm running out of faces here. Fluids out the top. Can't eject, that's perfectly fine. I don't want you to eject, so we're going to do this. That should bring that into here. And then I'm going to have to do this and disconnect all of these if it will let me do it. So let's see here. Come on, disconnect. None. 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 And then you, side config, gases up. No. No, 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 no. This one, up. Doot. So that should put some of that stuff in there. Then we're going to put some things in here. That means that the power is going to have to run across the face of it. That's not cool. We still got to get water into these things. Oh, crap. Is there still water in this line? I forget. Did we cut this line out here somewhere? Because I think what I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to steal some of these, just because I have them over here. I'm going to grab one of these pumps. This whole system's going to go away here fairly shortly anyhow. So I just want one of these pumps. And we have to get water into the bottoms of this block and that block. And I'm not going to be able to get power into that one, am I? Let's move it up a block. We can just put power in between those two guys. That's fine. All right, so put the electrolytic separator back. I'm going to put a block down. So let's just put the signal and flux duct right on top. Ow. Hey, get out of my way. And rotary concentrator. That direction. No, the big end goes that direction. So turn. There you go. Set you to the correct thing, which is decondensating. And then we can hook this thing up. So let's see. Hardened flux ducts or fluid ducts will just come across like so. There we go. And then that will make my life a little bit easier for this. There. See? Remember how I talked about the snow going away? You didn't even get to see the particles. It's just gone. Love that thing. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, so now we should be able to do a few things. We've got power in. We can hook the power in through the bottom, and then we're just going to take the water to where it needs to go, which should be this one. So the first step in the process requires water and hydrogen. Not a whole lot of water either, so that should be fine. Where did my stuffs go? Let's just put these back. We don't need this right now. I guess I could put that pump down here. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That stuff right there. So, we need to get water to you. And that didn't connect because it doesn't have a way to connect. And we're going to go ahead and fill this hole in with blocks Bobs can't dig. And this, I'm going to hope this connects to the bottom of that. It did. Excellent. All right, so then we need to place some water down somewhere. I guess I'll probably just put it over here for right now. I mean, I guess there should be water right here. We could drag some water in if we needed to. I just kind of want to get this a little bit working at this point. So we'll do a pipe and just get this over out of the way. Come here, you. There you go. You do that. And I need some water. Do that. And where did I put it? Right there. Okay, one of these. And again, we're going to need to do the old things. Where is my tool that I have not seen in a while? He should be right there. Okay. So the bottom again, outputs or inputs. So the output should go right here. We need a little bit of power. So power, this is going to start getting really crazy here pretty soon. You know, I guess I could have put the... That's... Okay, whatever. Not worried about it. Nothing else. I will clean this mess up and make it look a little bit tidier. That won't work. It has to go in the top, doesn't it? And a lever. Right there. And my quantum entangle porter thingy-majigger. Whoa. We're going to put it right about there, I think. I guess I could put it down one and save a piece of pipe. Save a piece of flux duct. And now we get the fun, familiar noises of this stuff. So we're going to pump water in that. We should have water coming in here. Please tell me you didn't decide to do something on the one side than the other. So those are coming in. What are you doing? There we go on that one. You're filling up with oxygen. Wonderful. So now we need to just power everything up here, which again is going to be a kind of a sad thing because of the fact I have to put several different things in various sides. The power is going to have to come like this across the face of it. So I guess we can just do something like that for now. You have power. Do we have any crushable items sitting here? Yes, we have a few seeds. And then that's going to take its sweet little time. Do I have any speed upgrades available? Probably not here. Yes, I have 8 of them. Good deal. That's enough to get us started. Open the door, please. Okay, there's 2 substrate, 2 biofuels. You should be pushing this sideways. Why are you not? Because I didn't set it up, that's why. Now we're going to turn that into substrate with a little bit of pink stuff that should have gone over to there, possibly. Why are you holding on to it? Well, that should be putting in there. That's good. Why are you holding on to this? It is a fluid, right? I thought it was a fluid. Liquid ethylene. Ethylene. Is it straight up ethylene? Wait a minute. So is this got to be... Oh, we got to do this the other direction. I'm stupid. Crap. We need to do this. We need to concentrate that. We need to move this over to the other direction. So that's a gas. Nice. Hey, turn. Turn, dude. Did you turn? I love these things. Which direction are you going to place if I do that? You went the wrong way. I need to go the other way. Okay, so that's a gas. Here. Gas, gas. You shouldn't need to go that direction. None. Output. Up. Over. There. It should be coming out of there. Let's see. Do this. Where's your tool? Yeah. I'm losing my mind at this point. Give me a second. I'm going to be right back. So how many of you were screaming at me because I'm stupid? This is input. This is output. Try that again. Gas pipe into that. Make some stuff for me. That should be making liquid ethylene. And then this is going to bring this down to here. Into this dude. Right. Oop, don't do that. Don't connect. Down. Flux duct, flux servo thingies. There goes the liquid ethylene into this process, which is going to take the PRCs and turn them into HDPE pellets, which you should be auto exporting next door. So that should be output auto eject on. We need to turn you into an input, which you are. There we go with the enrichment chamber. And I just need to turn some power onto this thing, wherever the power is for this thing. I think it is going to be right where? Right there. Yeah, there that is. Turn the power on. And that is 4. 4. Cool. All right, neat. Let's do a little bit of fun then. You're working very hard and diligently on this process. Let's get us a little bit of space in our inventory and go like this. Because we have a little bit of space to make certain things work a little faster here. So we're going to give it 2 speed upgrades for you. You're going to get 2 speed upgrades. You're going to get 2 speed upgrades. That one for sure is going to get some speed upgrades. And we're going to vent excess on both. Because I'm going to have to eventually do something with this oxygen here. Which we can just cycle the oxygen out of this somehow. I have no idea how yet. I've got every surface covered except for the bottom, I think, on this one. So I may end up having to move that plastic, the thing here, that pipe right there. But I can cycle the plastic, or I should say the oxygen, out of the bottom of this one into this dude right here, and then we should be okay on that part. But as soon as you guys get caught up, it needs 3 in order to make it. So we're just going to have to wait on the liquid ethylene to get caught up, which it will make quite a bit eventually. And we're just kind of, the slow part is going to be this crusher, so I need to speed him up drastically. But other than that, I think for right now what we're going to do is we're going to call that, guys. I took a little bit longer than I wanted to do to get that to working, but as always, when you're trying to do things on camera and figure things out, we now have a better way of making plastic. It's renewable. All I have to do is pipe some of this stuff into that deal over to this system over here and build a little bitty building on it. And if this is, again, not fast enough, then all we have to do is just keep increasing the speed in these machines right here until we're capping this rolling machine. Or I could build more machines. One of the two. But anyhow, I think I am going to do something about like that. And I think I will see you guys in the next episode. I think the big deal this week is the fact that this is going to be episode 60 next. So I think we're probably going to do a walk around, possibly. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.